Hello everyone, welcome back to SheffPlays Zombies Critique, and this is the Black Ops 2 overall video where we go back and say what I rank each map and do an overall thing, just to average it out. And I do want to say each map's going to have a little bit of gameplay and the rating, and there's a little Easter egg I wanted to do just to pay homage to the Easter eggs in this game. It does take up the duration of the video. If you can figure out what it is, let me know in the comments, and if not, in a couple days I'll do a video saying what it was. So yeah, without further ado, let's get into it. Starting off with Farm. This map it was really solid, and I think it's a good challenge map. Still hold that, and we gave it an 8, and I think rightfully so. It's pretty solid, like I said, and it's one I definitely recommend going back to. Town is a map that I was kind of indifferent to, and still am. Like, I don't think it's terrible, but you know, I think it could. I don't know, I think it's okay for a small challenge map if you're just looking to get a quick game in. And I did rate this one a 6.5 out of 10. I stand by that. It's not for me. I know everybody has different tastes when it comes to zombies. And if you're looking for like a quick refresher, you haven't played in a while, this is definitely the easiest way to jump back in, because it's kind of got everything you need to get the grasp back on zombies. So yeah, not too good, not too bad. It's got all the perks that you'll need. It's got the pack-a-punch right there, except it isn't a lava pool, which kind of is a drawback for me. I know it doesn't bug a lot of people, but I just think it's that silly spot to put it. But yeah. Bus Depot ended up having the lowest rating for me in this game, being a 5. I don't know, I can't really get down with it. I try, and I've tried a couple times since I started reviewing these maps again, but I don't know, man, it's really not for me. I think maybe, and this is like a heavy maybe, if we were to see this remastered or even remade, like that's a remake I'd accept, as long as it wasn't like pushed too far, then I would give it another shot. But yeah, I gave this one a 5, and again, I know some people really do enjoy this map because it is a challenge, but I think for me, it's just a no-go. At least have the option. I think it would have been nice to turn magic on or off having the perks in Pack-a-Punch. Even if they pulled a town and threw the Pack-a-Punch in the lava, that'd still be better. And like, they had the option to turn off magic in that map, so I don't understand why they wouldn't for this one. Yeah, just nitpicky stuff, but this one is a 5 for me. Next up, we have Transit. This map very quickly became one of my favorites again. I wouldn't say top 3, but like up there. It was a ton of fun. I enjoyed it, and me and Seth have been playing it quite a bit. And it's solid. It's so different, and I know they wanted to do more with it, but because of hardware limitations and time limitations, they couldn't. So I really wish we could have seen what this map was, what they wanted it to be. That would have been really dope. Maybe we could have had more locations, maybe more bus interaction. But either way, this map is still like really fun. And you've got the bonuses of like the cabin and Noctur and Toten being in there if you want to hold out somewhere a little unorthodox. Totally forgot to mention this in the video though. A bogus wonder weapon, the jet gun, is one of the worst things to ever happen to zombies. Like, you use it for 5 seconds, it explodes, and you have to rebuild it. It's a terrible gun. It's a cool feature, but like if it was a little better, then maybe. But yeah, I gave this map an 8.5 out of 10. Next is Die Rise. This is a map, I mentioned it in the video, that I feel is the most divided between fans. I think it's fairly solid, but then I've heard some people who just downright won't even like give it the light of day. But you know, it can be fun. I think the real only like or main drawback of this map is Who's Who, and if you're doing the full perks list through the jumping jacks, then you really can't avoid it, and it can just throw off the pacing of an entire game, and I'm just not a fan of that. But yeah, if you are, and if you can use Who's Who, I've got nothing but props for you. But yeah, this map I ended up giving a 7.5 out of 10. If you saw the Mob of the Dead video, or you've been with the channel for a while, you already know that this is my absolute favorite map. Nothing has still overtaken it. I think it is amazing. The setting, I was obsessed with when the game came out, and I still think is super cool. The characters are awesome. Obviously, the cast is phenomenal. and I could not rank this below a 10 and not feel guilty about it, because this is just, oh, perfection to me. Like, I genuinely love, like, everything about this map. And I think I said, like, a con or two while talking about it, but that's because, like, you know, balance, I had to. Because, like, I know it's not obviously perfect, but to me, I think it is. I love this map. It's one I always play every time I boot up Bo2. It's just such a classic, and I would love a faithful remaster for it. Nuketown is a map that I think, it personally, is super dope. It's a very solid, very standoutish map. Like, all of them, all the other maps feel like they belong there. But this one I think was just kind of thrown in as fan service because it's Nuketown Zombies. You know, it's super solid, super fun to get into, and it can make for a good time. We've been playing a lot of this one too, and it's just solid. It's a good quick round, or if you're really pushing it for the long haul, it is definitely possible. Because like I said in the video, it splits that mid-between challenge and standard map. So yeah, this one I ended up giving a 9 out of 10. This one was a big comeback, and I absolutely love this one. Again, I recommend it so much. I have a lot of fun each time I play it, and it's kind of random with the perks dropping, because like, me and Seth had every perk and Pack-a-Punch dropped by, like, I think it was 13. But like when I played the other day, Speed Cola didn't even drop till round 20. So I don't know what was up with that. I don't know if my game was just glitching out, but yeah, definitely one I recommend. And again, 9 out of 10. Buried, as I mentioned in my Buried video, is not one of my favorites. I don't think it's a terrible map, but it's just not one that I generally flock to when I open this game up. I do have a couple friends who absolutely love it. Seth loves this map. My buddy Aaron loves this map, and I don't think it's bad. It's really not for me. I think some of the things that it did was cool, like the time bomb is really cool, the paralyzer is awesome, the maze is okay, the ability to get more perks is fun. That's always a fun little thing. The witches, however, annoy me. They're not even hard to take down. Like, I think they have like the health of a hellhound, if that. But they can get annoying, especially if you're playing with other people and, you know, someone decides they're just going through the house and you don't know it, and then all of a sudden you're losing 2,000 points every 3 seconds. It can get really annoying. But, you know, other than that, it's got a lot of ups too. Like, it's got the cool setting, of course, the Wild Wild West, super dope. The guns, like I said, with the paralyzer and the time bomb, and you can't forget the Revolution Model Army, I think. New Model Army. That's a really cool gun. And yeah, Leroy, of course. Can't forget my boy Leroy. But yeah, I ended up giving this map a 7 out of 10. And finally, last but obviously not least, we've got Origins. This map is so solid, and every time I play it, I'm starting to like it more. I'm going to go back and learn how to, you know, beat the Easter egg. And this map, I ended up giving a 9 out of 10. It's so much fun, especially when you start to learn how to do things and can do them really well. And yeah, so overall, that gives Black Ops 2 a 7.8, but because we're running by rule of 0.5s, we are going to round that up to an 8. And I think that's super solid. I think it has those couple stinkers. Not even couple, just the one stinker being Bus Depot for me. And of course, at the end of the day, it's a matter of opinion. If you agreed with it, then that's awesome. If not, I'd like to know what you would have done differently, or what you would have ranked differently, or said, or maybe you thought something that I didn't think of. So let me know, and I hope you enjoyed. Hope you're having a good day. If you're watching early on, have a good rest of your day. And until then, see you the next time, and keep surviving. And if you figured out the little Easter egg that I did, let me know in the comments. If not, like I said, I'll reveal it. But yeah, next stop, Bo2 Zombies. See ya.
A mighty wind